Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare and sometimes self-care. And today it's time for January favorites, the video where I get to share with you all the skincare and beauty products that made a big impression on me this month. So if you're so ready to dive right on in, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. So first up is the Aestura AtoBarrier 365 cream. Are you surprised that this is a January favorite? I bet you are not. This is actually something that many of you have asked me to review over the last couple of months, and I did finally pick it up right at the beginning of December, and it was pretty much love at first use. And I think part of the reason why I really enjoy this cream so much, because it definitely checks a lot of the boxes that I personally prefer in a moisturizer, and you've probably caught on to what I like. Medium weight creams that are very moisturizing and nourishing, but they're not greasy or heavy at the top of the skin. Like I say, they do their moisturization inside and not on top of the skin, while delivering lots of barrier supportive ingredients. That's exactly what this cream does. But I think part of the reason it was like, ooh, as soon as I put it on my face is because this actually reminds me of one of my old favorite moisturizers that you can no longer get, and that is the Lilac Ceramide Ado Concentrate Cream, the old version. So as you know, Lilac about a year and a half now, or maybe even 2 years ago, did reformulate and sort of update their moisturizer, and it's a lot more rich and nourishing, which is wonderful for very dry skin, but it's definitely a change from that medium weight, comforting moisturizer that wasn't very rich or greasy on the skin. It wasn't overwhelming. And as much as I love the new formulation and has been a staple for me this winter, I have to say I am missing the old formula. When I reviewed the new formula and I compared it to the old formula, I told you that the new formula was so moisturizing and so rich, in fact, that while I had used Lilac for pretty much like year-round for years and years, I was probably going to exclusively be picking it up in colder weather when my skin went dry. And that's exactly what happened. So I've not been using Lilac in the warmer months. But with Aestura, I can see this being my staple moisturizing cream from now on. You know, it's got a really nice texture to it. Again, a medium weight cream. It does feel silky and soft on the skin, but it doesn't have like an oil feel to it. It's not overly rich. It's not super duper buttery, but it just offers the right amount of moisture, just the right amount of medium weight hug of nourishment to your skin without making you feel greasy, without feeling super, super thick, without feeling overwhelming when your skin may be a little bit more balanced or combination. So this is something that I can see myself using a lot. The only criticism that I have for this, and I pretty much have no criticisms for this, I think that this is an excellent moisturizer. My only criticism is I think I paid about $20 or $25 for this. This is about 80 milliliter of moisturizer. And since I am kind of comparing it so directly to Lilac, I do have to say Lilac is a lot more affordable for a lot more. You get about 200 milliliter of moisturizer, and depending on where you get it, Lilac is generally retailing under $20. So that's my only, like, it's not even a criticism because I think it's still probably a very fair price for this moisturizer, but it's just more of a like, okay, that's the only thing that I can say that is not quite the same, maybe not quite endearing to me, but honestly, all that is said and done, this is an excellent moisturizer, perfect for combination skin, but not too overwhelming. Next up, I want to talk about the Nacific Fresh Herb Origin Cleansing Oil Bukuchio, and every time I say that word, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. It just sounds goofy coming out of my mouth, Bukuchio. But anyways, this is a really excellent cleansing oil. I wasn't really expecting to like. I did get this. I don't know who sent it to me. I'm so sorry. It was not the brand, but this was in like a PR package that I got with a bunch of other K-beauty products in it. And I had set this aside for a long time because I was like, I have so many cleansing oils and balms and everything open right now, and like my bandwidth is like completely like at its maximum. Like I can't even think about anything new right now. I just need to focus on what's in front of me. So I definitely went through a period over the last couple of months where I was just really so focused on emptying like my half empty skincare. I was like, let's just get this out of the way. Let's clear the slate right? So we can breathe fresh and start in with some new stuff. And so I finally emptied the oil cleansers that I had on rotation. I was like, okay, great. I'm excited to give this a whirl. Not sure where it's going to go, but like, let's give it a try. And on the first use, I was like, oh, oh, this is great because this is that fabled, really, really light, watery, fluidy cleansing oil. And you know that those are not that easy to find, but when I have found them, I have really, really enjoyed them for a couple of reasons. And the last one that I used that I was so in love with was discontinued. This is like the episode of replacements for discontinued products. It was the Isntree Micellar Melting Cleansing Oil. That is quite a mouthful. It was that one, and I loved it so much. I recommended it a lot here, and then it was discontinued, I think in 2021, I think is when it was discontinued. It's been a minute, and I haven't really found a light, fluidy, fragrance-free cleansing oil that I've liked since then. And then I tried this, and it's fluidy, and it's super duper light. And why I love that texture so much, beyond just the sensation of it, is it's so good for helping to pull the grits out of your pores. So if you're congestion prone, which I definitely am, I get a lot of clogged pores. It's pretty good, like it's pretty under control with tretinoin and azelaic acid, but I have to say I still get congestion. And as soon as I put this on my skin, I could feel all the little sandy grits coming out of my pores. It's just like hardened sebum. It's just the tiny little clogs, or sometimes it's like the clog head that just pops right on out, because oil cleanser really helps to pull up and cleanse out oil-based impurities. So if you are prone to congestion, you have a lot of oil-based impurities in your skin, just like I do. And so oil cleansers, besides just like removing your makeup, can actually be really effective for getting like a nice little like surface clean on your pores and getting some of those little grits out of your pores. And sometimes like the little black sebaceous filaments that you might get around your nose, sometimes those pop out. That's always really exciting. I've found this to be super, super helpful. So sometimes when I'm not wearing makeup, I just put this on my bare face and give myself a nice little like 1-minute massage to get all those grits off. It's so satisfying. Now, when it comes to removing makeup, this actually performs surprisingly well. I was really, really surprised. Now, I've been using a mascara from Holika. It's like their curling fix mascara, I think is what it's called. It's super duper good. I really like it. I actually bought like 4 tubes of it. When I bought the Aestura cream, I added a bunch of the Holika mascara onto my Estyle order. So I love it a lot. It's not, I don't think it's officially waterproof, but it's really hard to remove. It's a very dry type of formula, and it really doesn't smudge. That's why I like it, but it is a pain in the butt to remove because it can be quite thick, and it just doesn't seem to like melt down or break down as easily as other mascaras. So even with some of my favorite cleansing oils that I was using before, the Nacific one, I would just still get some kind of like residue underneath my eyes. So when I used this, I was so surprised at how quickly it melted down that Holika mascara. Like I did not have to sit there and really work at it. It melted it down really nicely. And then with the second cleanser right after it, so much cleaner, like barely no residue at all. It really cleanses the skin so well. And I'm just glad that this is fragrance free. You know, Nacific does have a jasmine version of the fresh herb origin cleansing oil. I've never tried it, so I can't tell you about that, but I can tell you about this one with bakuchiol. And honestly, the amount of bakuchiol in here is like so minute, I don't think it really matters. But just as like a hard hitting, light, fluidy cleansing oil that deeply cleans your pores and effortlessly removes stubborn makeup, this is a winner. Next up, I want to talk about a hair care product. This is the Shiseido Tsubaki Hair Milk. Now, you know I'm a huge fan of the Shiseido Tsubaki line. I love the shampoo and conditioner so much. And generally just Tsubaki as an ingredient, which you find in a lot of Japanese hair care products. This is a Japanese brand, by the way. Love, and have been using for a very long time on my hair. Whenever anybody asks me like, what do you use on your hair? Or like, what's your hair secret? It's like genes, genetics, definitely. But Tsubaki is really such an amazing ingredient to keep your hair really strong. I think it's a great strengthening ingredient for your hair, but it's also incredibly moisturizing, very conditioning. It's a great natural heat protectant. It smooths the hair, makes it so much more manageable, and it can make your hair really shiny as well. It's just all over an amazing ingredient for the health of your hair. So I've been using Tsubaki shampoo for many years. I've been using just straight up 100% Tsubaki oil on my hair for many, many years. I switched up my shampoo and conditioner in the last like 6 months or so, just trying new things, and been trying different hair serums too. So I was, this is also like actually everything in this video is what I picked up in my December haul. But this was something that I picked up at YesStyle when I was like, oh yeah, this is like one of the few Tsubaki hair products that I haven't tried yet, and I've wanted to for a long time. So I finally got it, and I'm really happy that I got it at the time that I got it, because winter, you know, I'm always talking about how dry my skin gets in winter, right? And how brutal it is where I live. Well, it actually really abuses my hair too, especially with longer hair. I find that my ends get so, just from the weather, and I think just from my body, my ends get very, very dry, and they can get very like frayed and frazzled. I do use, you know, heat tools on my hair, but also just like wearing bulky, I'm not today, but like bulky sweaters, or like the big collar on my winter jacket just mats and tangles the back of my hair like nobody's business. What a mess. So my ends definitely do take a beating. My scalp can get kind of a little bit dry and imbalanced in the winter too. So it's always like a balancing act between, you know, blasting your hair with a lot of moisture, but kind of balancing out what's happening with the scalp without weighing your hair down and making it stringy and greasy. Is a struggle. So anyways, I was looking to add in something that was going to really help to, especially with my ends, to help smooth them down, to make them a little bit stronger, to help fight the split ends and the frizzies and everything. And so Tsubaki, you know, to the rescue, right? But I wanted to try something different. So this is a lighter, like hair serum type of texture. This is not a full-on oil. It's exactly like the name says. It's more of a milky serum type of texture. And it's definitely got some like looseness to it. So it's really easy to spread through the hair. It's not really, really thick, and it spreads really, really nicely, and it never weighs down my hair. I've sometimes put like a couple of like palmfuls onto my hair, and it doesn't weigh it down or make it stringy or greasy or look dirty. And I am a total like wash my hair every 3 days type of person, so I can ride day 2 and 3 without it building up in my hair like too much. So it's awesome. I've also been embracing straighter hair. If you notice, I also got like a little bang situation happening. I did get a haircut recently, but I've been doing straighter hair, and that definitely requires some heat protection, some smoothing protection, and Tsubaki actually has natural heat protection to it. So this is everything that I need in one little bottle, and I really, really like it. I sometimes put it on my hair damp straight out of the shower, but how I've been using it mostly is for like styling. I'll put it on my ends before I start to use heat tools to keep everything smooth and sleek and healthy. So next up, I want to talk about some nail polish. I am really diversifying my picks this month because, let's be honest, like with winter time, I try to not experiment too much because like I just got to stick to a very consistent routine. So I've been kind of expanding outside of just skincare and playing around with other products, and nail polish I picked up in my December haul. I am really loving. So this is from Rom&nd. This is their Mood Pebble Nail Milk Grocery Edition. Quite a name. There's 6 different colors. I picked up 4 of the colors. The other 2 that I didn't get, one is like a iridescent, kind of like glittery top coat, and then there's another kind of like straight glitter, I think. So I didn't get those 2, but I got the solid colors, and I was really looking for a jelly finish nail polish. I've been so obsessed with the jelly finish. It's been really popular in Korea for many years now. I think it's just starting to pick up popularity in nail trends like here in the States. But the jelly finish is where you get kind of like that jelly like hit of color, but it's still kind of translucent. You can still kind of see the nail underneath, and it depends on how many layers of color you put on, but it's never fully opaque. And I just think it looks really, really pretty and fresh and natural, and I really like that. And so I was looking for some more jelly polishes. I found the peach one in the Milk Grocery line, and I was like, oh, this is perfect because it's like just that little bit of like extra blush of color on natural nails. I think it looks really, really nice. I'm wearing the white. I don't know the official names of these colors. I'll put them in the description though. I got the white, and I'm loving how this looks. It's really cool, right? Like it's not like so fully opaque like white out nails, you know what I mean? It's got a little bit of warmth to it, but I think it looks really, really pretty. And there's also like a lavender purple, which is gorgeous. And the blue, which I thought was going to be more of like a tealy type of blue. It actually is more, when it's on your nail, it's more of like a baby blue, and it's very, very pretty. So I do about 3 to 4 coats. They dry so incredibly fast. And what I've been really, really loving is that they're long lasting. You know, I used to be super duper into nail polish. I used to do my nails like every week. I was really into like trying to do my own nail art and everything and doing different kinds of designs, but I just kind of fell out of the habit because it was just really time consuming. My nails would chip within like a day or two, and it was just like, I was just embracing natural nails for the last couple of years. And I probably still will, but I wanted to like, you know, jazz it up a little bit. Like I said, I'm exploring a little bit more outside of skincare now. And so, you know, playing with nail color is super duper fun, but it's never fun when your nails chip super fast, right? Like my first manicure with this, I definitely did apply top coat like 3 days in and maybe 3 days later. So I was still keeping up with it, but they lasted about a week without chipping. I was really, really impressed. And I've been able to grow my nails out a lot longer because now that I have polish on them, they're not breaking as easily because they're a little extra thick and protected. So I'm just loving like the formula. It dries really fast. It's very chip resistant. Plus you get that more unique jelly finish that I just can't seem to find in nail polishes, like in the drugstore here in the States. So I'm loving that. Some people might complain about the size of the bottle. They are kind of small, but I actually kind of love that because like, can anybody tell me that they've ever actually fully emptied a nail polish? Like I know I haven't. So I kind of like the size because it feels very manageable, and like I'm probably going to, I might actually finish these and empty these, and that will feel very satisfying. So anyways, I wanted to bring it up because I think the colors are really fun. They're really fresh. I love the milky jelly type of finish to them. I think they're super high quality. Man, I forgot how good Korean nail polishes really are. Really good, high quality, super duper fun, a little bit different, and they're bringing me a lot of joy this month. Something else I did this month is I have re-upped and refreshed my consult offerings. So if you didn't know, I do actually offer one-on-one skincare consultations. So there's a link in the description box. You can check that out to see what there is, but I do have 3 different offerings for every different price point and every different need. So if you've ever wanted like an individual skincare recommendation from me, whether you're looking for a new serum to address your certain skincare goals, there's a consult for that. It's the mini consult. If you want a little bit of help tweaking your skincare routine, you know, figuring out what products to use, maybe what products to take out of your routine, how to really maximize your results and really make your routine more efficient, the mini consult is going to be for you. And if you want to go full out and completely overhaul your skincare routine, from your AM routine, your PM routine, your sunscreen, and everything else in between, plus get a one-on-one video call with me, plus written results, you can go for the full-on maxi consult. So there's something for everyone. If you're struggling, if you feel like you need a little bit of advice, a little bit of help figuring out how to build a more effective routine, or help to refresh things for the upcoming, fingers crossed, couple more months, but the upcoming spring season, definitely check out consult, see if it's right for you, because I'm always happy to help. And finally, I wanted to talk about tapping into your essence, because this is something that I've definitely been thinking about and reflecting on this month on my personal journey, but this is actually something that has also come up in conversations that I've had with friends. And what I mean by tapping into your essence is really about being joyful and stepping fully into yourself, you know, being comfortable and confident in your skin, sharing your gifts and talents with the world. And it's really about releasing the expectations of how you should live your life. Because in our society, there's a lot of pressure to live your life a certain way, right? We have all of these like arbitrary milestones that we set up for ourselves, and that we have to hit them by certain ages, and we have to, we have to go to school, we have to graduate by a certain age, and then maybe we buy the car, and then maybe we get engaged, and then we have the wedding, and then we have the kids, and then we get the house, and then we retire, and then we blah blah blah. And it all has to be done in a certain order. It all has to be done by a certain age. And I think that this pressure and this like timeline that we set up for ourselves creates so much unhappiness. It creates so much frustration. It creates so much low confidence, and it makes so many people feel like they're failing when they really are not at all. But because we just set up this like silly timeline, and we kind of create this like manufactured box, and we try to shove everybody into this box, and it's like, it's not made for my unique shape, right? But we're all just trying to fit into these boxes. Yeah, of course we're going to feel really unhappy. Of course we're going to feel so much pressure and frustration and feel like we're failing. And that's where tapping into your essence really comes in, because it's about fully embodying and embracing who you are as an individual without all that extra pressure from family, from friends, from workplaces, from whatever, like all of what society is telling you to do. I just wanted to put that message out there, because you may be struggling with other people's expectations. You may be feeling like you need to be doing certain things by certain ages or by a certain point. Or maybe you feel pressure to do something you're not really that keen to do because it doesn't fit who you are. And I want you to really tap into that feeling. It doesn't fit who you are, because you know deep down who you are. You know deep down what your talents are, what your gifts are, what your essence is. And it's going to be so much easier when other people are putting their expectations and their baggage on you. It's going to be so much easier for you to just let that fall away. It just doesn't stick to you. It just doesn't weigh heavy on you. And I think that that is where satisfaction, I think that's where contentment, I think that's where, dare I say, happiness, I think that that's where it comes from. So remember who you are. Remember your essence. Cherish it. Honor it. It is special. It is uniquely you. The world needs it. Step into it. And always, always, always tap into your essence. So now it's your turn to share with me all of your favorite products from January, and maybe a lesson that you learned. Let me know in the comment box below. Now, if you watch this whole video, maybe it's your first time here, second or third time, but you're not subscribed to my channel, please, I would be so honored if you would hit subscribe, especially if you watch this whole video and you're totally into the skincare, the beauty products, and the self-care talk. I feel like we have a vibe going. We have a connection. So please hit subscribe. I do release full-length videos, and I do shorts all about skincare. So please do turn on notifications as well. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me today. I really hope that you are healthy, that you are happy, that you are safe, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. I'll talk to you soon.